Good morning, or good afternoon. Whoops, that was good. Can't even do this straight. Hey Rachel, nice to have you here. There's Suzanne, thanks for coming in. Just checking in, this is a quick... Tap it back that way, there we go. Let's set this up properly. Stay. Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Actually, I'm going to do this. Resort to glasses because I can't read the comments otherwise. Hi Suzanne, nice to have you here. This is my daily love scope, which I've been, what's I looking for? Missing in action for the, for the last, hi Julie, nice to have you here too. Missing in action for the last 5 days. Well, take it back, did one Monday. But I've been offline because I was doing, great, ready in a minute. Thanksgiving, I just took 4 days off of basically, well, I didn't say 4 days off social media, but I took 4 days off of Periscope, which was easier than I thought and stranger as well. And then Monday got back on board with the share-a-thons and everything else. Anyway, today's love scope is actually a invitation and also a teaching. So I'm going to offer something, but also I'm going to teach you something along the way. So sandwich, or 2 layers as it were. Thanks for coming in. If you are here for the first time, thanks for joining me. If you're watching the replay, please make sure you tap on the screen for hearts. Exactly, it was a good time, a lot of social time. Anyway, I wanted to scope about that. That was one of the conversation. And thank you, Julie, for doing that. Please make sure you swipe right on the iPhone, swipe up on the Droid and tap follow me, and also share with your Periscope followers, and then also share on Twitter. And thanks for joining me. So I want to talk to you about one of my programs because I want to explain why it's valuable and what you can do on your own life, or if you want to do the program, you do that both at the same time. And I am doing the Starbucks cup. I'm not done a red. This is the first time I've done a red cup, and I'm not marketing it, but I had to put it in the video because everyone else is doing it, and I'm only a month late. I had to do that. So hi, nice to have you here. Who is this? Sorry, I'm looking up names on people's profiles. I'm not sure you're from, but you're a guy, which is cool. So nice to have you back, Julie. You left and came back. Okay. So this is for the replay viewers too, because a lot of people are going to watch this later on today, because this is just after noon Pacific time. And do you know what happens in California? I live in California, so I know a lot of it happens here. Earthquakes, other stuff, sunshine. This is December, sorry, and it's still sunshine outside. Hence all the stuff flying by. That's because the drapes and dust flew off. So all these things flying by aren't fairies or angels. That's just dust. All right, so let me get to this. I'm going to tell you what my program is, and then I'll tell you how the pieces of it will help you in your life. As in, you can do this yourself. You don't need the program for this, but if you want it, you can have it. I figured that because your name and your profile shows you that. So the dating advantage, sorry, your dating advantage, it's a program I created based on demand. What I became clear about is that for many of my clients and for people out there in general, having a clear vision and a clear intention about relationship was not the highest priority in their lives. Most of the people I was talking to about this subject were going out on opportunistic dates. Swipe right on the Tinder, click yes on the profile on Match.com or something else like that, hoping that it would work out to be the right one based upon looks. That is a fundamental error in approach. Is that clear enough? I've learnt myself, and I've also learned with my clients, and I've actually created programs from this because it's so clear that the vision of what you want to attract out there starts in here. And so I'm going to teach you a couple of things that may just shift your whole model of dating and any area of your life, frankly, for manifestation, attraction, what you want. And then I'll tell you about my program because that's what it's designed for, is the dating arena. So if you are looking for something new in your life, be it relationship, career, job, house, car, location, income, any of that sort of stuff, it doesn't begin out there. It begins in here. So what I'm going to talk to you about is a couple of key tips you can use in your life to attract what you really want. And I'm going to lean into some teachings for the law of attraction. If you already know what it is, great. If you don't worry about it. But I want to speak to this fundamentally as it's a nuts and bolts piece of you attracting what you want. One of my spiritual teachers states clearly that it's not you'll believe it when you see it. It actually is you see it when you believe it. Meaning, there's not that you'll believe something's real when you see it out there. It's like you start believing it here first, then you see it out there. And this is true in life in general. You can focus on what you want and see it more easily if you focus from the inside. For example, if, for example, I ask you if you're out in the world today, or even in while you're sitting watching this on your phone, or your computer, if you look around you and look for everything that is red, you know, red like the cup. Look around and see everything that's red in your view that you can see, and you'll see it, which is great. Now tell me, without looking around, how many things out there are blue? I'll wait, because I'm guessing you're going to think, oh, well, those things I remember, but you didn't see them yet. This is the trap. We don't always see what we're looking for. So my intention is to help you create an idea where you can get a vision for what you want that's blue, so when you look outside, you'll see it more easily than what was red that was already out there. I hope that makes some sort of sense. It was intended to be a model of what I was going to teach, and it may not land the way I was presenting it, so we'll see. So what you want to do, if you want to do this, to attract what you really want, is to start with the clarity of what you really want. These things are true. Thank you for that, Suzanne. I appreciate that. What I want to speak to, though, is also how you can then make that happen, and this is key. Oh yes, okay, Suzanne, I see. I'm following you. You're a huge manifester. That's a great skill. And for a lot of people, they don't know that. Well, let me put it this way: everybody is a huge manifester, but very few people, like yourself, are conscious manifestors, and that's the difference. So what I want to speak to is to teach a couple of tips to get you into the place of conscious manifestation versus unconscious. Because if you are on the planet, you're manifesting all the time, but you may not be manifesting what you really want. So how do you do that? And that's why I talk about this in my Your Dating Advantage program, because it is a vision program, but it's a magnetic pull program too. So I'm glad, Suzanne, you understand it, because you're way ahead of the game, just so you know. Because a lot of people don't have a clue about this stuff, and hopefully the scope will land in the laps of people who don't know this stuff so they can get it. So, hi Evelyn, thanks for joining me. So how do you do this? How you attract what you really want? First of all, you have to have a clear vision. And as was been said, some people are massive manifestors because they know they're doing it. A lot of people are massive manifestors that don't know they're doing it, and that's the trap. So in your dating life, as an example, because that's the area I specialize in, a lot of my people I speak to, in fact I just had a client consult this morning, is she keeps attracting the wrong sort of relationship because her programming, unfortunately, is guiding her there because she's not looking clearly. So how do you clearly attract what you really want, not what you're getting? Because if you're not getting what you want, something inside is not in alignment. So you can shift that. And thanks for the hearts, by the way. Thanks for sharing on Twitter and sharing on Periscope, and for following me. I appreciate that too. And this is a key point I want to make. I'm watching the clock because I'm also making sure I get my scope done before my fellow Perry 10K viewers jump online and do their stuff. Thank you, Suzanne. I appreciate that. And this is true of any area of life, but I'm speaking in the area of relationship and dating right now. First of all, you need to know what you're looking for. So it means consciously downloading onto paper or onto a vision board or onto some sort of device what you believe, what you really want. And to start that process, which some people don't do, which I recommend highly though, is you go one step before that. You start with all the things that didn't work, things you don't want. Because likely you have in your past some bad experiences of relationship, dating, mating, whatever that is, and you can easily access those more quickly, most people can, than the positive stuff you want. You tend to focus on the stuff you don't want or didn't have, which is why it keeps repeating. That's a key, by the way. So you start with what didn't work first. And then on top of that, you then write the opposite of what you do want. And that becomes the building block for everything else. Once you've done that, and I'm doing this quickly to give you some overview because I have an online program which I mentioned in the title and I'll talk about it here, is 8 elements of this. So I'm giving you a couple of the broad strokes so you know what you're doing. You can do this on your own, but you want the all 8 elements and you're in the dating arena and you want to get that. You always attract 95% of the things you put on your goal list. At some point I need to ask myself, did I really want it? Wise woman. Yes, because as one of the sayings is, be careful what you ask for, because you very often get it. The second part of that is, and everything that goes with it. So you may desire to have this really amazing car, and then you get it, and then you realize you've got to pay for the insurance and the maintenance and the parking and the fuel and everything else. So it's good to be aware of everything you really want, not just one piece. This is true in relationships too. You may want the perfect man for your love life, ladies. But if you don't take care of, okay, where does he live? What does he do for a living? What are his habits? What is his upbringing? Does he have kids? All these pieces of the puzzle that you don't put in the picture are open variables. And then what happens is you get that with some of the other ones you don't plan for. That's not fun. So you want to be really detailed about the fundamental things you do require. Now, in my book, by the way, I have a book on relationships called 50 Ways to Love Your Lover. That's on my website. You can go to barryselby.com/book. There's another part about needing to put yourself out there and change certain things you want for yourself to get things. Yes, that's in my work too. And that's in my coaching with my clients, is I help them do that. In my book, I talk about this, is that when you have, actually, Suzanne, you're speaking for everybody, so you're not just unique in this. When you have clarity of what you want, it becomes conscious and aware to you things that you didn't want because they're showing up again and again. That's your subconscious mind doing its perfect job of carrying forward what you learned as a kid. And it's a whole other level of work I do in my coaching program. It's not in the online program because that's much more personalized and custom. And that's the thing, is to be aware of what you're attracting and then looking and going, is that what I really wanted, as you said? And the thing is, 9 times out of 10, some of those things don't fit. So Suzanne, you're right on the money. And in my work with my clients, that's what I help them do, because we carry along behind us, out of view, out of sight, out of awareness, a whole bag full of stuff that we brought as kids. Sorry, we took on as kids because we learned from our parents and adults around us. That's a trap. So I'm here to let you know that you can change that. And Ms. Mary Jo, good to see you here. And I'm going to let you know that this is one of the things that's fundamental, is you've got to be very clear both what you do want. Is it really thinking never considered it go that far back? Yes, it does. Evelyn, in fact, talking with my client this morning, good to see you, sir, ma'am, good to see you too, is that, and I said this before in my videos, and I'll do it briefly here because I don't want to cover the whole thing, but basically from the age of 0 to 10 years old, we are sponges, consciously speaking. Our subconscious mind is an open funnel for everything coming in from what's around us. So we take on beliefs about love, relationship, money, health, everything else from the adults around us, including parents. Your follow. Thank you. I mean, that process of attracting, doing my life's mission and teaching for the, reaching for the top. Well, Suzanne, let's talk, because I help my clients with that too. I'm actually moving, I'm expanding my work beyond relationship to purpose, mission, and vocation, because that's what I had to go through myself, and I've done workshops on that. So if you want help with that, definitely let's talk as well. So direct message me, or go to my website, which is barryselby.com. You can find me about that stuff there. My books and everything else is there. Anyway, let me get back on topic, because this is really getting, I wanted to do this, and it's already gone like this, which is unfortunate. So can I show it again? Yes, of course. This is my book. barryselby.com is my site. This is my book on my site. If you go to the page, it says best-selling book. That's what the book is, physical book. Physical book. It's also in Kindle on Amazon, and also in ebook on my website. But you email me there. There's a contact page, and just drop an email to barry@barryselby.com if you want to reach me that way too, Suzanne. All right? Exactly. Thank you so much for putting it up there. And so, Evelyn, I think you asked this question. Let me say this really quickly. This is something I learned years ago, but I also got confirmed with that by Bruce Lipton, who wrote Biology of Belief. And in his book, he talks about this, and I saw him speak live about 2 months ago. He talked about how our conscious mind is only about 6% of our awareness. Our subconscious mind is the other 94%. And that is the majority of our energy and focus and direction that's been running automatically since the age of 10. Actually younger than that. Because from 0 to 10 years old, our conscious mind isn't even present yet. We're sponges taking in what's around us, the way parents are especially, how relationship looks to us around us by the adults, which is parents, step-parents, grandparents, etc., etc. We take that on as the rules. Our automatic programming for what relationships are like. And then when we're an adult, we tend to repeat those rules in subtle or broad strokes. So if you look back at your own dating life, you may see resonance or remembrance of some of the things happening in your life that happened in your parents' life. That's why I believe things like addictions and abuse are hereditary. Not in the DNA, but behaviorally. And that's a whole other conversation. I can get really deep into that one. But I'll speak to you now about this because I want to get back on track, because I've got to wrap up in a couple of minutes, because I'm watching my fellow Period 10K viewer speakers do their thing. I have an online program I created because of this. There's 8 steps, and I did give you a couple of the 8 steps right now. But this is an online program that's 8 steps combined into a workbook, a download. A home study program called Your Dating Advantage, and it's 8 elements building you towards attracting what you really want. And I start with getting clear about your list, and then I go from there with a vision board, attraction, and future visioning of what you want to attract. And it's a potent program. So I want to make sure you hear about it now. So if you like it and you want to check it out, I want to send you to the website so you can look at it now. If you go to my website, and I'm just going to double click so you can see it, because I want to jump ahead. Hang on, let's take it out of the tripod. And there, that's my site, which is barryselby.com or theloveconfidant.com. And if you go to Your Dating Advantage, that's the tab right there. There's an online program there, and it's all in the page. Let me just scroll through it quickly, blah, blah, blah. That's the cover. So you see, oh, that cool cover. Anyway, it's a bargain price right now. It's only $97. So if that interests you and you want to get love lined up in your life, it's cheaper than 3 months on Match.com for a start, and it's cheaper than eHarmony too, and it will give you 90% of the work right there in one go. So that was a quick plug and promotion for that, but I'll talk more about this subject because obviously sparking things for people. And if you want direct help with this, please reach out to me. Go to my site, as I mentioned, barryselby.com. You click on the consult button, which is the Let's Chat navigation in the navigation bar, and reach out and let's talk about this. Because I'd love to help you with this. This is something that I'm passionate about. Even though I'm expanding my work to include other parts of living authentically, that's going to come next year. That's a sneak preview of that word. Authenticity is coming up in my work a lot now. But in terms of love and relationships, it's my joy and my service, my heart's work to serve you and help you get what you want, particularly the ladies. So that was really my message today and in my scope today. So I'm going to sign off because I'm going to go do other things this afternoon. Any questions before I summarize? I realize I gave you a lot of stuff in a brief period of time, so maybe you need to unpack it and watch it. And if you're watching the replay, you may have to go back and watch it a couple of times because, to be honest, I tend to pack a lot of content into my scopes. So if you want to reach out for support, please do. You direct message me over Twitter. Thank you, Evelyn. You're welcome. Or go to my website and click on the consult button. There's a free discovery session. We can talk, and I can help you with what you're working on and get you where you want to go. All right? So that was it. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for following me. Please do make sure you're following me every day. You're welcome, Suzanne. Again, Let's Chat is the first button on my navigation bar. I get tongue-tied saying what my website's about. And my site does need an overhaul. It's kind of boring looking. There's tons of content though, videos and audios, and I'm going to start putting my Periscope broadcasts, the archives, up on my blog. I've been saying that, and now I'm saying it to you, so that will motivate me to do it. So I guess that at some point. So that's it. Thanks for watching my scope. Thanks for being here. And please share it with your followers and friends. Watch the replay. There's more content. I realize I dropped more into this than I planned, so it's a much denser one. I appreciate that. And I'd love to support you in getting what you want. If it's an area of love, romance, career vocation, or just life fulfillment and happiness. That's kind of where my work is expanding into. I'm not a life coach. I am a guide and an expert in so much because I've studied for 30 years. And it would be selfish to keep it to myself. So that's it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's my joy to serve. And I love this work. I don't have the link. I'll do it tomorrow. I'm on a telesummit starting next week, which is called Take Charge of Your Life. I've gone to do 2 summits. I'm recording one for January and one's airing next week that's live. I'll put a tag on that either later on today or tomorrow so you can find it. That's a free 3-day summit with 15 speakers and I'm one of the speakers on it. And there you go. You know the summit. I love it. That's the link right there. bit.ly/Take Control Summit. Thank you so much for that. That was so funny. I was like, I couldn't remember the name of it and you do it. So thank you, Angela. I appreciate that because you're in the summit too, aren't you? I think you are. There's 15 people that Christy's put together that from people she's found on Periscope. So I'm honored to be one of the 15. So thank you for putting that link. You saved my bacon. Christy won't kill me now. Yes, so I'm on the first day, which is next Tuesday. So I'll be posting and sharing about that more detailed later on today, I think, if I have time. If not, then tomorrow. So yeah, you can come watch me on Periscope, and then I'll hear the radio interview or the phone interview right after that. There's the link, folks. So bit.ly/Take Control Summit. And just mention my name when you sign up, and then that way you know where you came from. Because I'll make sure I get some votes in there. Okay, enough of this. I'm signing off now. If you're watching the replay, thanks for watching. If you're watching it live, thanks for being here. Please share it with your friends and followers, and take control of your life. Take control of your heart. Take control of your direction and your vision and your intention for love, romance, life, success. All of that, it's in your hands. Okay? Thanks for watching. I'll be back later. See you soon. Bye.